Hello and welcome to Round Robin. I'm Robin McCormick, your host, and today we're going to take a look at some of the visual arts programs at the Hampton Arts Center. My guest is Jeff Stern, Artistic Director for Hampton Arts.
Hi,
Welcome.
Robin. Always good to be with you.
It is wonderful. I love it when you bring stuff to show us.
Well, we have brought things for you, and this is all part of the Artists Who Teach exhibition at the Charles H. Taylor Art Center. For those who don't know where the Charles H. Taylor Art Center is, it used to be Hampton's library. Now it is next to Hampton's large library, and it's right next door. Yep.
You know, I drive by there a lot, and the parking lot is full. I think that people are seeing some of the, I know some of that's the library traffic, and you all share, but people are really coming to, it's free to visit and to look through, and you can go and see the exhibitions at any time. Pretty good hours availability.
Really are. And James Warwick Jones is the gallery director. Debbie Maida assists there. And people have said for a long time it's maybe one of the best kept secrets in Hampton. But I agree. When I walk in, it doesn't feel like it's a secret.
It's not.
Plenty of people are going through. I like to go and take my bag lunch and just sit in the gallery and eat lunch and enjoy all the paintings around. But they have terrific hours, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
And have hours on Sunday. I'm sorry, Tuesday through Sunday.
That's what I was going to say, right.
They're closed on Monday. And this is the Artists Who Teach exhibition.
And you know, this is a fun one because I think it also pulls in kids, it pulls in college students, because when your professor or your teacher is exhibiting, you kind of want to go see.
You do. I mean, I went to art school, and I took Art Foundation at VCU, which is a very, very difficult art program to go through. And I had a very difficult art teacher. And at the end of the year, he got out a slideshow and shot all his work up on the wall so we could see it, and all he painted was chickens. Chicken, 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 chicken. Well, if I'd known that early in the year, it would have changed my whole perspective. But I enjoyed the opportunity to get a sense of his process and see what he created in his own time and the way he approached it himself. And that's what I think is really cool about the Artists Who Teach exhibition. It's been going on a long time at Hampton Arts, so it's a long-standing tradition. But what's terrific about it is we have so much talent. And
we really do.
These teachers share their talent, and then we get to really celebrate them. And I think the people who enjoy it most are the students of these teachers.
Yeah, it brings new people in sometimes.
That's exactly right. So we have 67 teachers. 76 applied, but it is a juried show. 128 pieces of artwork. It's really terrific. I've only brought 3, which is kind of a representative of.
Well, they're very different, actually.
They are.
Different styles.
You have the camel piece up front here, the comings and goings of camels, which is pretty much self-explanatory.
I love that. You know, last year you guys did a humor pieces that were amusing or that made you laugh. And as soon as I saw that, I just burst out laughing. And I thought about that exhibition. It's, you know, the angle to the camel you don't think about.
That's exactly right. You know, the best part is everywhere I've taken it, I took it out of the center to bring it here, got it out of my car, brought it in here. Every time it sees the light of day, somebody yells, "Hump Day!" So it's very cool. This is a really terrific artist, and he has 3 pieces in the show. This is John Lee. This is Squeeze Box. This is actually a first place winner for us. Teaches at the College of William and Mary. And a very, very accomplished artist.
Is this a self-portrait, a portrait of someone else?
It's a self-portrait.
Squeeze box, I'm not immediately catching on. Maybe he's squeezed in by
between
the boxes.
In the back. I believe that's what it is, and probably all of his work that he has to get done at school as well. So, but he's a very, very talented artist. We're thrilled to have his work in the show, and he does a lot of good in the community. And then Jeff Burns' "Fly Me to the Moon," which is terrific. And when we first set it up for today's photo shoot, it was on side.
I know.
Which makes it interesting as well.
Yeah.
But this is the way you'll see it in the gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to buy it to hang it on its side. And all the pieces most of the pieces are for sale.
And this is a very different style, bolder, more graphic.
Absolutely.
More modern, less.
And these are kind of a representation of what's in the show. We have 2D works, 3D works as well, so some sculptural pieces. It's really a terrific show. And I wanted to mention, along with the show, last year's winner, first place winner, Mary Lee Ruff, has her own independent show in the little gallery when you first walk in.
I love the way you guys do that. You do that a lot.
Yeah, James Warwick Jones really wants to give artists an opportunity to have a little show. Her work is absolutely exquisite. She draws and is just absolutely talented. You should come and see this show. You should come just to see the Mary Lee Ruff show on its own. And all of this will be at the Charles H. Taylor Art Center through May 3rd.
Through May 3rd. Okay, so we have plenty of time to be able to see it. Now, you guys also have, it's not just visual arts, you have written and creative expression going on in conjunction
That
with,
is
with
true.
your exhibits.
2 years ago, there was an exhibition that was about words influencing art.
Yes.
From that came this ekphrastic poetry project, which just means poets come in, look at a piece of artwork that inspires them, and writes a poem based on it. We've been doing that ever since. And so you will see that once the show opens, it's open for about a week or two, poems will just start appearing beside pieces of artwork.
I noticed, it's so fun.
It is, and then we do poetry readings where all the poets come together and they do a reading in the gallery. That will happen April 25th in the afternoon. And I encourage everyone to come out. We're always looking for new poets, so if you are at all inspired by what you see here today.
Watch out, you might get me to show up one time. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, we would love it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and you have this time a twist in that there's a specific poet program for younger audiences.
The Cultural Alliance of Greater Hampton Roads, which is a terrific organization, been around for a long time, does a lot of good in all of the 7 cities for the arts, has had this poetry program for a few years now. And they have it at Chrysler Museum, and this year they'll have it at the Charles H. Taylor as well. Ours is on April 18th. It is for kids K through 12.
Yeah, it was like 6 through 18.
Yeah,
I was
really
real
is.
surprised. That's neat.
You come in the morning. It'll run roughly from about 10 o'clock to noon. There are 3 different sessions, so we encourage everyone to go to the website and learn a little bit more about it at hamptonarts.net.
And you do have to pre-register.
You do.
I noticed that.
It's absolutely free, but space is limited. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity. But families come with their kids. They walk around the gallery, look at the work, find the piece that excites them, and write a poem right there. Then at the end of each
and there are
session,
people
they
that
read
help
it.
them,
Yes.
too. That's what I thought was a little bit different for the kids. There's that
really
support.
Nice. Yeah, the Muse Writer Center, and that they do great work and have for a long time, will be there on site, as well as Teens with a Purpose, to help kind of facilitate your
that's
thoughts,
neat.
your ideas, how to
Yeah.
put it down, and then help everyone get up and do a little sharing reading at the end of each session. So we're looking forward to it. That's April 18th. At the Charles H. Taylor Art Center.
It really shows that you serve a wide range of audiences and age range. So let's get into some of your classes, because those also really from kids through adults.
That's exactly right. And the spring classes are underway, and they go throughout the spring, so it's never too late. And there are many at the Charles H. Taylor drop-in sessions as well, where you can just come for a single class.
Okay, and they also have different starting times, like some are 2 or 3 weeks, so we haven't missed sign-ups
That's
for
exactly. And
some
some
of
are
those.
just 1 or 2 or a
Yeah.
single session. And they run the gamut from photography, digital photography, through drawing and painting and collage and mixed media. All of it is available, all in the springtime, again on our website at hamptonarts.net. But take a look. It's a great way. Those classes, many of our instructors are in this show. They are artists who teach, and they teach at the Charles H. Taylor Art Center. We are thrilled for that. The summer camps and classes are out as well. So we encourage everyone to go take a look, from camps at the American Theater to camps and classes at the Charles H. Taylor. What I'm excited about this year is some of the Charles H. Taylor camps will be taking place at the American Theater, some of the visual art camps. And there's one called East Meets West, which is dovetailed in with the visit from the monks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and so that has always taken place, but usually at the Charles H. Taylor Art Center the same week that the monks are in town. This year it will take place in the American Theater while the monks are there, and it will allow kids and all the students to really interact with the monks much more closely and really get a better sense of what they're doing. As people know, the monks come for about a week, and they create a sand mandala on stage. If you've never seen that process, it's absolutely breathtaking.
No, I never have.
It's unbelievable. And I'm not sure if you're a House of Cards watcher, but the monks were just on House of Cards doing the same thing in the TV show. It's a very painstaking process. At the end of it, they wipe it all clean, march it down to the water, and dump the colored sand to promote healing and distribute positive thoughts throughout the world. It's a really remarkable opportunity, always free and open to the public. They're there from 9 o'clock till 4 o'clock most days, just working away, putting the sand onto the mandala. There's a public sand mandala as well, so people can try their hand at it. But that's a camp that I'm really excited about.
That's neat, and it's how you, as Hampton Arts, the organization, kind of meld both the two facilities and the disciplines, because theater combines with art and all kinds of different.
It really is true.
Usages.
It's more so in the visual art world that visual artists don't always think of themselves as performing artists, which isn't really true. Most performing artists think of themselves as having some kind of visual art representation. They think in pictures, they can work in pictures, but I really think a lot of visual artists are very creative as well in disciplines that are traditionally thought of as the performing arts, and we don't see a division between the two.
Well, maybe it's a more solitary and introspective kind of thing, at least until you're finished, and then you release it out into the world, so you don't think of that process as being theater.
And I think that's fascinating. I've been an actor for a long time in my career, and people think of that as a team activity in theater and movies and those kinds of, they really are. They're large team environments. But your process is equally as solitary as an actor when you're exploring what you want, how you want to shape it. You take input from the most unlikely sources and places and do your research. So I do think that at the core of the process, both the performing arts and the visual arts share that same kind of dynamic together, and that's what makes it so interesting.
And you know what, some of your classes at Charles H. Taylor are in the gallery, and so as I have walked through, I have watched people in a class, and you have the teacher circulating and giving tips and ideas or asking questions, but I also see that dynamic where the artists are working with each other and bouncing ideas off, and it is, a little bit more of a group process.
I think you're right. I was interviewing Tisha Rose, and if people don't know Tisha's work, it's absolutely extraordinary, and you can see her work all around Hampton and all around Hampton Roads. And I was interviewing her, and one of the things she just kept saying, and she's a teacher, is that she really doesn't teach anyone to paint. She just kind of provides enough confidence so they can explore their own creativity in their own process. And she herself says, I love to go to classes. I love to be around other artists to learn more about finding her own process, her own truth, what she wants to paint about, what the subject matter, how she approaches it. So I agree. I think many of us think about the visual arts as being a solitary endeavor. Many visual artists don't view themselves that way. They see it as a social process filled with inspiration, with a lot of people around who are helping.
And that's part of what Charles H. Taylor is. I mean, as you walk through those galleries, there's a diversity of art and styles and people and ideas, and we can all kind of experience that.
It's what makes the arts so important just for our personal and human growth, and why it's so important to have as part of curriculum in schools and other things, because it doesn't live by itself out in the ether. It not only informs itself, it informs all other disciplines, math and science, the language arts, even sports. It informs almost everything, and those things inform it as well. So all of it kind of lives together, and some of these classes that we have and the camps that we have are really about that. They're not about making you into a professional artist or talking about how to have a professional career. It's about how to explore you and what you love and what you enjoy doing. And you'll take that exploration into your study of math, your job every day, even perhaps how you have your own personal relationships and how you parent. So there are a lot of benefits that come from being part of the arts and exploring your own creativity.
All right, I'm inspired. So you've
Good.
got a new class list for summer. You've got summer camps. We can still hit some of the spring classes.
That's exactly right. It's all on the website because we have so much going on. I could regurgitate it to you and no one would remember.
Right.
Go find and they all have pretty pictures.
You're here to inspire us, and then we go and find out the details.
And do it all.
And if we're not web savvy enough to go to Hampton Arts, we can go to Charles Taylor. There's always someone there. Sign us up right on the spot.
That's exactly right. Our Diversions magazine is always out. It always has it. You can pick it up almost everywhere and take a look. All of that information is in there. Just wanted to say, as we round out the season here coming up, that there's still just a few tickets left for Judy Collins on May 9th.
Okay.
We're thrilled to end our season with Judy, and it's going to be a great show.
That sounds wonderful. I have to be sure and get mine really quick.
You will.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you coming by. And thank you for watching. I hope you got a wonderful taste of this exhibit with these 3 paintings and will inspire you to go out and see more and potentially do more by taking a class yourself, having a little bit of fun. Don't hold yourself to these standards, but just enjoy expressing your artistic self. Thanks for watching.